Oh
Should be
my
fine.
goodness. Okay.
There you go.
All right, there
This
you go.
is
You
the
can- you can-
coolest bus I've ever been on.
Thank
Same
you.
for
It's
us.
not ours, but we just live
Should
here.
we buy it? Who owns it? Let's just take it. Can
Well,
we
it
drive?
doesn't
Does
move.
it work?
I think
That's
the
the issue.
wheels are off, so we can't.
Yeah, I
Nah,
think
we'll
we're
find
sitting on
some
the wheels
wheels.
right now.
There's a couple cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can use those.
Grand Theft Auto, the PG spin-off? No?
Yeah, I think we have so many developers here. We can fix a bus, right? I
Yeah,
think.
this is-
I don't know.
Engineering 101.
Engineering 101.
All right.
Yeah.
Who do we have here?
That's a great question. I usually just tell people I'm Batman and I sell car insurance. But
There we go. Put it on the screen.
Is this a gaming podcast
Yeah,
or it
well-
depends where are we?
No.
So yeah, we'll introduce ourselves. It's Janox, Esper, Jerre.
Yeah.
Jerry of Jerre.
Jerry,
There we go. It's easier in
Yeah.
English. Yeah, we're a gaming podcast
Yeah.
weekly where we just, you know,
We
say
bullshit.
stupid things about games.
We bullshit for a couple of hours.
Okay.
So yeah, but we were asked to just sit here all day
In a bus.
in a bus
Without wheels.
without wheels,
And I can't steal it.
and
No.
no steering wheel.
And
anything.
it's 60 degrees.
Yeah, no steering wheel. That might be the biggest issue with this
Yeah.
bus.
So yeah, we're here 2 days, just pretty much lure people into the bus to have a talk.
I
with.
just got tossed in here.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much how it happens.
It was like through a bag and I just whoosh.
It was
Yeah.
There's
Chucked
like
me
free
in.
candy
Yeah.
written on the side of it.
No.
Anywho,
Yeah.
so yeah, we're a gaming podcast. Now we're here. So
Okay.
basically that's it.
Oh, that's fun. So I'm Nika. I love Batman and I don't sell car insurance, but that's what I tell people when I don't feel like
Disappointed.
talking
Okay.
about.
Wow. How can anybody not love Batman? We just had
Yeah.
one of the a person who worked for Rocksteady who did the
Yeah.
Batman games.
Yeah, cool.
So-
So he and I should get a drink at
Yeah,
the pub,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
can give me some more free shit.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's
What we try as well.
That's what we did last year.
That's why we started this podcast.
That's why we did this podcast, and last year we got to do the Batman Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You'd be
launch
surprised.
events.
There are haters. They're like, oh, he doesn't have powers. Oh, he's always so moody.
Ah.
I'm like, yeah, that's
Exactly.
That's why
Just
I
imagine-
like him. He's just a guy who punches people and
Yes,
Just
like
imagine
throws-
if he had powers, then there would be no
yeah, then
reasons to
there
have
would be
other
no reason
superheroes.
to, yeah, I mean, Superman's like, nah,
Yeah.
green rocks are upsetting me.
Here's glasses.
Batman's just like childhood trauma.
Yeah. Superman's just like the Gen Z of
Yeah.
superheroes.
Batman should just go to a psychiatrist and it's solved, but he doesn't, and that's why you have good adventures.
Yeah.
I want to write out your lower third, but I don't. How do I write your name?
Oh, yeah. So I'm Nika, and as in Nancy, IKA.
Okay.
Or I guess, did you want me to spell Batman? I actually almost just
What?
spelled Batman.
N-I-K-A.
Yeah.
And,
And-
last name?
Nour, N as in Nancy, O-U-R as in rabbit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
Fixed it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
I'll be right.
So,
Right.
I mean, look,
Hit
okay,
it.
I work at Genvid Entertainment, so we work on massively interactive live events. Their products that we're working on is Silent Hill Ascension, which
Yes.
actually gets released October 31st on Halloween.
Whoa.
Ooh, so I'm trying to make my spooky sound of that. You can tell I'm not an audio
I don't have a button
engineer.
for that, but we'll make it work.
Ooh.
That's some very legacy old game,
Yeah.
very appreciated license within gaming as well.
We also have Borderlands and DC Comics.
wow.
So it's
Wow.
kind of a dream job.
yeah, yeah.
Become-
From
Coming-
Gearbox?
Yeah, Borderlands is Gearbox.
Yeah.
DC Comics is obviously not Gearbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so that we're clear. In
DC
case you were
Comics,
They
confused.
wish.
DC Comics are the ones who
Yeah.
make really bad movies.
No.
Oh,
no.
that's Warner Brothers.
No,
That's
they
Warner
used to
Brothers.
Keep your mouth shut, sir.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his lower third?
J
I'd
Knox.
like his lower third.
J
please.
Knox.
Okay.
Yeah,
J
yeah,
Knox.
yeah.
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 You can call him Taz if you really want.
Taz?
Yeah.
Is
If-
this an insult?
yeah.
No. Well, sure.
If you want to put him in his place, just say
J
Taz.
Knox. Oh my God, that'd be
No,
too
no,
much
no, no.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
you guys have the license for...
We do, and so they're not traditional. It's not a traditional game. It's not what you think it is. Sounds like a bad opening.
Yeah.
It's just like car insurance.
If you come in here to expecting you're going to play a game, you're going to have a bad time.
you're gonna have a bad time.
That's
No,
the best sales
you're
pitch I've
gonna-
ever had.
You're gonna have a great time. If my boss is watching this, you're
Yeah.
gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
The best
The
time.
best
Best time.
time. No, so we put out experiences called Miles, massively interactive live events, and so we put out products that are basically live 24/7 experiences where users collectively can shape the canon of what happens next. We don't even know how our products end. And so it's like a mix of gaming and television. You log in, you don't know what's happening at that moment. You can collect influence points, you can lean in, you can highly engage with the product, and then you're going to have a prompt of what should happen next in the story, and you're going to have a choice to make. And depending on how the influence works out in your choices, that is literally what happens next.
So it's like a
There-
community-driven Telltale game.
There are no do-overs.
Yeah,
You
wow.
can't go back. You can't change it. Once you make a decision, you better not regret it.
Until dawn, but then for the...
And
for
how
the
do you
really-
handle trolls?
Well, just like anyone else, chat moderation.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's live in the chat. So
Yeah, there's
okay.
there's chat options, there's in-app functions, but overall, I mean, it's just like any other community fan-based.
Yeah, okay.
So
product.
thinking about this, like where they influence the story, as you say, you don't actually know where it goes.
No.
You have an expectancy, of course. You
Of
can be
always.
prepared for certain things, but is it then? Where does the story continue? Is it like people make a decision and then they have to wait for like 50 hours until it's developed?
No,
or
it runs and it changes, based on the experience.
Yeah.
But no, it's not instant, but usually you get 24 hours. So you'll
Wow.
find out the next day. And if you are taking kind of like a break, right? It's if you log off for a week and come back, there are episodes that you can go back and review and short programs and content, and we'll have hosts. So it's not like you have to be glued to it 24/7. It's not like you even have to interact with it.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want
You
to
can
lean
just
back,
enjoy the ride.
do your laundry, and
Yeah.
just be bewildered by other people's.
from a development standpoint, as a game developer myself, this
Yeah.
sounds like a very, very ambitious thing for
Yeah.
because it's very active, of course, in
Yeah.
how it gets controlled and
Yeah.
who everybody who has an influence. So, how does it work from behind the scenes? Is it
We have really smart people.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
called
yeah.
talent.
Oh.
We have some of it. Right,
That's
yeah.
lost on us.
Wouldn't know how it looks like.
Where do you get this talent?
Oh, there
Something you
it's,
can just buy, or
no, it's amazing. Like the leadership of Genvid comes from kind of they founded all of this in 2016, and they're all former Shinra Technologies via Square Enix. We've got a chief creative officer, Stefan Bugaj, who's been a Hollywood writer and a games writer and has just an incredible vision when it comes to story-driven narrative building experiences. Our chief marketing officer is former Disney, former 10 other incredible brands. So it really we're really like a company that I don't want to say we're unknown, right? But I don't, the three of you didn't know what Genvid was.
I've
right?
heard
Okay.
of Silent Hill Ascension.
Yeah.
So
I've
good.
heard- I've
And
heard
that's
that.
all that matters. I just
Yeah.
care about you downloading the product and having a great time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because more Silent Hill. It's something
Yeah.
that's
And
as since PT. I don't know if you know PT. PT is
Playable
like
trailer.
playable trailer. It was
Okay,
the last
thanks.
Silent Hill project
Playable
by
teaser?
playable teaser by
Sure.
Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima, who
And,
did Death Stranding and Metal Gear
Ro-
Solid.
Roman-
And it's
Del Toro.
the scariest shit you can ever do.
Innovative.
Like
Roman-
it's insane.
Yeah.
And it was basically a free demo for a game that was never made. But
Well, it was supposed to be like the
The revival, the
what
reboot.
Silent Hill should be like, but apparently it was like Hideo Kojima is so okay. I don't want to say it, but he's fucked up in the head. So the game is one of the weirdest experiences
Yeah.
you can ever have.
it was together with Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was.
it's
And
like the two craziest minds to
were-
combine.
I played that game with you, and I hid behind the pillows. It was so scary.
The thing is, it's one of those games you have to like Google like what the fuck is going on because you don't know. So apparently, like at certain times, you have to whisper into your
Yeah.
microphone to get certain actions, and nobody tells you. It's that weird. It's
It's Hideo Kojima.
Yeah,
it's Hideo Kojima, but on another level.
yeah.
But that was supposed to be Silent Hill.
Yeah. So, and basically, what you guys create is actually the next form of entertainment in many ways.
Absolutely. And
right?
Me and my secret invisible friend, I literally just did a talk on the convergence of gaming and entertainment, where traditional games and traditional Hollywood come together and create Miles.
Yeah.
A truly remarkable experience. And no, I'm not telling you any of the secrets. You're just going to have to download the game on Halloween. Well, not the game, the Mile. On Google Play and Apple iOS yourselves.
All right.
There's a QR code that this is what I wish I had holograms out of my wrist. Zink.
Well, he still has some place, so maybe you can tattoo it on
You
him.
want a
Depends
tattoo?
how much.
Will
how
you
much
tattoo our Silent Hill pre-order code on your arm?
Depends how much you're paying.
Well, I mean, I can sell you in car insurance jokes.
Damn, I do need some car insurance.
Yeah,
though. My wife did some bad things to the car.
Oh,
so.
yeah. She'll be like, check out this QR code. It's based for my fake car insurance.
Exactly. No, I'm super interested. So if you have a QR code, we're totally gonna share it with the stream and
Definitely.
or community later on.
Yeah.
I'm interested as well. So.
Yeah. I'll find a way to connect to you
Yeah,
through
but-
our non-contact info.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Guy
We'll
who's
figure it
got
out.
3 names in a bus.
I'm so confused.
Why is
He
he
has 3
so
names and
easy
no-
to pick on?
I don't know. He used to be a lot bigger, but now, yeah.
People in Belgium are very tall, by the way. I was very shocked.
Normally I pick
He
back,
also he's
but
like 50% Dutch, 50% Belgian, so he got both
Okay.
of the tall genes.
What do you eat?
not much anymore. You got a
Small
gastric
children.
bypass. So
No, you ate everything so you could grow, and now
Yeah.
you're doing the reverse process.
I did 2-liter milk a day.
Are you joking?
No,
Like a liter?
2 liters.
I mean, I know we
liters.
don't use liter, but that's half a gallon.
like half a gallon, I think. Yeah.
it's like a
That's
lot.
disgusting.
It's normal as Dutch kids. It's normal. So.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
Dutch people are raised on milk
Yeah.
and dairy products.
And they're the
It's-
biggest people in the world. So
Yeah, I
Just
think
saying.
don't they have like per capita like the biggest production of dairy products?
Oh, that's
The
totally
Dutch?
plausible. Well, cheese and milk.
Literally,
too.
Cheese,
this
milk,
is like to me scarier than
dairy.
Silent Hill.
Okay. yeah.
A dairy world.
Yeah.
Normally, I
As
would
someone
pick
who's
back
like
at you, but I've got too
5'2"
much
and
respect.
kind of lactose
So
intolerant.
the moment that they make a Batman cartoon and his villain is his Captain Dairy, you're like, I'm out.
No,
That's
I'm
where I draw the
in.
line.
Lactose
I am
intolerant.
in, and I'm gonna make sure whatever the choice is that the dairyman.
Yeah, if
The
you're,
dairyman's gonna get it. The
Mr.
milkman.
Mr. Lactose intolerant.
yeah, if you're Dutch and lactose intolerant, you get
You're
put
gonna
out
have
of-
a bad
Yeah,
time.
you could
So
you get
you're-
put out of the country.
That's
You're
how
not allowed
That's
in.
how you know who's short they.
It's like the Spartans. They just throw you off the rock. Yeah.
What is happening? in this?
I don't know.
This is a gaming podcast.
You
Yeah,
do this all day in here?
Yeah,
2
Are you
every
gonna do
week.
this tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you ever
Even
run
tomorrow.
out of material?
No.
Material. We're not stand-up
Like games
comedians.
is so big that it's like you can never stop, and then
I just feel like we've covered everything.
oh, you have no idea.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Welcome to Game Kast.
Yeah, I see it in the comments. Like maybe the biggest nightmare you can have is order a fristy here.
Oh,
What's a fristy?
A fristy.
It's
Wow.
milk that tastes like strawberries.
strawberry
It's-
milk. They have it as well.
Oh, so
It
it's just
contains
strawberry.
tick.
What's
So
tick?
like a tick.
Like
Wait.
the insect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
they
s-
extract the red
From
dye
ticks. Yeah.
You're-
to color it
No,
from
no.
ticks.
It's an-
He's
It's
lying.
actually true.
You're a
No, no,
liar.
No,
So
it's not. It's
You
actually,
drink milk
You
and
ruined
you're a
Fristies for me,
liar.
man.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
no.
like Batman.
It's
so we
it's
can be
also probably in
friends.
American products
It's
as well.
probably not.
Yeah, it
It's-
is.
Thank God I live in
So
Panama,
red
Well-
dye?
so my problem is solved.
They have
Okay,
red
alright.
ticks and guns.
Yeah.
Gu-
That's America.
No,
So-
I live in Panama. Let's
The
just
red
be-
dye gets extruded from ticks.
Can someone in the chat Google this for me?
It is true.
No, it is
No,
actually
I want
true.
like a hyperlink
Red
and
dye
a
is
full
from
APA
insects.
citation.
Is it
Ladybug.
ladybugs? It's also
No.
from ticks.
It's red ticks. I'm 100%
Yeah.
sure.
You don't want to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what's in vanilla ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Is it vanilla?
Who
No.
are you?
Yeah, I think it's better if we only concentrate on how games are made.
Yeah.
Not on how food is made.
So, how did you get into
Pink
gaming?
goo.
How did I get into gaming?
Well, I guess you do some gaming.
Well, I do car insurance.
All right, that's true.
We got to drop. No,
Yep.
I was a little bit. it's a bit of a weird story. I feel like everyone has a weird story.
Well, otherwise you wouldn't be at Unwrap Festival.
Yes, in talking on a podcast in a van.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bus?
I know.
Excuse me?
Okay, I'm sorry. A van. All right.
This
I'll
is van
I'll
measurements for
set
Americans.
the stage of my origin story for you. How about that?
Yes.
So I was raised in actually a very strict household. I wasn't allowed to play video games.
All right.
And I'm come from a Persian family, so high achieving Middle Eastern, like 100%. If you get 97%, you are a failure. Why you have 97%? Who got higher a score than you, right?
One doctor.
Why when you become doctor?
That's the Asian, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but-
Why
and
you know
no,
doctor?
Iranian
It's just the
Persians.
same.
Yeah,
Doctor, like when I finally like rebelled and was like, I'm not becoming a doctor. I'm dropping out of my microbiology major. My family did an intervention. They called my uncle over and they were like, okay, Nika, how about dentist?
Let's meet in the middle.
Do you know how many nightmares I have about teeth falling out as is?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I have the same ones.
My dad did the same thing when I
dentist.
told him I was going to study game development,
Yeah.
which I did here years ago. I finished. I got my degree, and he was like, "So, I've read that they've also want that profile in hospitals. Like, stop making me a doctor. I'm a fucking artist."
Can you be a doctor in a game?
He's like, maybe like a VR doctor.
Yeah, they need like VR. The
That-
surgeons need VR.
there's also Dr. Mario. I can
Yeah.
be Dr. Mario.
Yeah, a fake doctor.
A fake doctor who handled everything with
Dr.
pills.
Drake Ramore.
Like
Yeah.
Dr. Mario was basically he just fed everybody pills until they died or whatever. That was the game.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
where?
Moving
Come in
on.
with a broken arm.
Does he sell
Pills.
kind?
Good story. Good story. Good origin story.
No, and so I used to actually walk neighborhood dogs for cash, and I would keep the cash secret. And then I hope my parents don't know how to use Twitch later on in life because I don't want them to know
I'm
the
sure
secret.
they won't visit
Yeah,
a Belgian channel.
Yeah, I hope so. I would actually like figure out how to use the bus really young, which is actually like at an inappropriate age, and like go to Best Buy. I would buy video games and I would
So
hide.
you're at your home here in this bus.
Yes, exactly. I love buses. I live on buses.
Yeah.
I would actually hide my like Game Boy Advance and cartridges inside my pillowcase.
Game Advance,
And-
such a good console.
Oh, it was in my comic
games.
books. Oh, I had like all of the Pokemon. I mean, honestly, I would just buy any used cartridge that I could get that I could afford.
Yeah.
So it was like everything. It was like titles and then some obscure Lego shit. Like
Oh yeah,
it's
the
just
Legos ones
weird.
were good.
Weird.
Mega Man,
Always the Mega Man.
the Battle Network games.
I can't even remember. It was so
Yeah,
long ago.
they were so
Like
good.
inside the mattress were just
Yeah.
the comic books I was collecting.
Yeah.
So, like this big of a pillowcase. Like,
There
whoa.
was like a bump. This is why I like made my bed when I was young because I was like getting up.
And then you have
Story
the
of the
parents who are like,
princess and the-
why is there games here? Why is there not porn here like a normal child? No,
Yes,
video
yes.
games.
Like a normal. I think they would prefer the comic books.
At least study the human physique
No,
like a normal doctor.
no. I even my grandfather lived with us, and I convinced him that I was studying, but. Like, don't tell mom and dad. I want to surprise them with how good I am at studying. So my grandfather would always just be out there like, you are too hard on her. She's just studying all of the time till 3 a.m., till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It was great. No, but anyway, didn't major in anything game development. There were no game development programs when I didn't know gaming was a job. That's basically the point blank of all this. My first jobs were in politics. I worked for members of Congress on Capitol Hill. I was like a new media specialist.
My
So-
condolences.
Yeah. R.I.P. my former life. And I was like a kind of a technical person, kind of meaning like I was like Twitter is a platform. Here's how to use your computer. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling
How
you.
do I go on the internet again?
They were like, you're young. We'd like to upload a video to a new business called YouTube.
What does this typewriter with a screen do? It's
I'm
basically
like, sir, ma'am, it's 2010.
make this telegram for me, lady.
Yeah. I was like, I'll fax it to you.
Yeah.
Let me fax you this video.
Yeah.
And I left, and I actually ended up representing internet companies: eBay, Google, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, and I did internet policy for a while. So like making, bridging the gap between Washington, D.C. and Silicon Valley, like, hey, invest in startups, invest in companies. And then a little thing happened called Gamergate.
Oh.
And there was a White House roundtable. And somebody in the city of Washington was like, you're a policy person and you're kind of a nerd, right? Because like I just had these like, I used to just have a Batman figure set above every desk, which was weird. Like this is a place where like cool, but like people would like walk by my desks in these like serious settings and be like, nerd. She's kind of, yeah, always like, oh, there's Nika. She's kind of a geek. We don't talk about that one, but she's very good at the computer.
The computer.
So
she's the one. If you have a computer problem, you go to her.
Yes, they're like, how do I make a poster?
You were the grandchild of everybody.
Yeah, but it was also like 2015. So I went to the White House roundtable and then was hired by the Entertainment Software Association to be their video game lobbyist. And the Entertainment Software Association is a trade association that runs a show called E3, which hasn't happened in a while.
It probably will never happen again.
Yeah,
I think they officially canceled it, right?
No, it's like for next year, they're still not 100% saying it's canceled, but everybody read between the lines and they're like, it's done.
Yeah, so that's the origin story. I was like the girl who likes computers to like the girl convincing really old white guys that like gaming doesn't make like tiny violent children.
Yeah.
I'm
it
like,
doesn't turn your brain too much.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like a cereal commercial. Like games aren't just good; they're great. Like,
this is your brain on games.
Yeah,
and then the pan hits.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the dairy guy, though. That guy sucks.
There he is again.
I like him. I like dairy guys.
Yeah. So needless
He's
to say,
part of the dairy lobby.
Oh, of course, you are a walking. I mean, when you're a lobbyist, you are a walking caricature of your industry if you like it. So I was a little bit like Batman, Super Mario, boop, boop, boop. Next to like the guy who's like, lobbying for chickens. I'm like, you should click, click, click.
Have you ever
the chicken guy.
I have a fishing boat.
That requires so much patience, probably.
Mental strength.
And
fortitude.
Having to deal with people not knowing video games.
Yeah.
And having a prejudice about video games and try to convince them otherwise.
Right.
What's the weirdest question you ever had around video game, if you can remember?
We've opened up a can of worms.
Oh no, there's so many good ones. I'm trying to like bleep out names in my head, which is easy.
Don't worry, because we don't know
any
them.
names.
No, I was just saying,
We
they
only
all
know
look
like
the same.
Mitch McConnell is the only one we know because of the memes now.
They all look
the guy with the white hair.
So in an attempt to kind of bridge the gap between technologies in general and policymakers, we would take them to like campuses, to studios, like to almost like to humanize us game devs, to make us seem like we're real people. And I'll never forget this poor gentleman from somewhere. And he looked up at, I think we were on a Riot Games tour, and we do many companies, and he looked up at like one of these gorgeous statues. I wish I could remember which character it was for a league. And he looked up at like the most like gorgeous, the most like ephemeral, the magician one. It's the white one with the blue streaks. It's a gorgeous statue. And I remember him.
We all don't play League.
I know the figure, but
we have a life, so.
I wish I remember him looking up and contemplating, and then he looked down. He's like, "Can I ask you a question?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, sir. What's up?" So these are the characters that make children violent. I was like, no, sir. He's like, well, how
these are the characters that makes them degenerate.
It was great. No, it was actually a beautiful conversation because
how can that be a beautiful?
No, I'll tell you because Riot Games, if you go to the campus, it's awesome, and there's all these jobs that it's created, and all these people working, and all these very artistic people, and so they're like, so, what does this character do? I was like, oh, well, they kind of like team up and they fight. It's like, capture the flag, but with magic potions. I'm trying to really, really dumb it down. They're like, okay, but then, so you have to pay for more magical powers. I was like, no, the game is free to download. Okay, do you pay for more experience? I was like, no, the monetization is you just get like clothes and skin. And they're like, oh, and it'll give you more powers. Like, no, totally material, no special effects. And like all of the members on that trip were like, so you spend money and nothing benefits you? And so many people are spending enough money to fund all of this?
So
all of you guys are just
Billion.
paid
So all-
for hats on characters?
So all the
Yes.
rich politicians are wondering, there's no way I can pay myself to the top?
No, they were shocked that you can just monetize, like that there was just an audience of consumers that'll just pay for this was
nothing,
them learning what
essentially.
skins were, okay?
Yeah.
That's just this was
Billions.
them learning what like the game designs of skins were, and they
Yeah.
would literally walk up to people like working in open areas. Hey, what do you do here? Hey,
Do you
what do you do here? Yeah, because they couldn't believe, because this is them learning about game development.
Are
This
you
is-
one of those people who buy like digital assets?
No, they don't even know what a digital asset is.
Yeah.
This is the intro.
You're
yeah.
you're actually making America sound worse than it was already in my head.
Yeah.
Well, I
so
don't. I
bad.
think if you ask any Belgian politician, it's probably going to be the same answer.
Well, we kind of had the same issue,
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it's just politics in general.
but it's
and-
not that bad.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is
it?
Is it?
Well, we
Is
don't
it,
have
though?
80-year-olds in the parliament.
I've been to like the minister for economics of Belgium once because we won like where we were second place in a game development competition. Like, so we made a game and it finished second. So
Right.
the minister, and he asked, so you gamed your way to that money? No, we made something that is a game, and that won. So you won money, yeah. So you gamed it. No, that's not
Oh
how
my
it
gosh.
works. Yeah, so it's always like, gaming is still like, so you're playing a video game, and that made you money. It's
Well-
always
That's the thing is I'm a big fan of esports. So when I try to
Yeah.
explain esports, their brains explode.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Apparently, we need to wrap it up.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, look,
are you here tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I'm in the country,
Oh,
Okay.
but I think I have work to do. Look, I mean, the beauty of the past experience is once you're in a game development pipeline, that's why I love working at Genvid. There's no stress, there's no problem to unsolve because I just work with brilliant people who know
That's the
how
fun
games
part.
work.
yeah, that's awesome.
You don't have to convince 80-year-olds.
No.
So yeah, you're in the country. You're gonna have fries at least.
I don't know. I actually haven't gone outside yet.
Oh,
So I hear the city's
Nor,
beautiful.
nor have we for years.
It's Kortrijk. It's not that.
Like,
just
so,
get some fries.
yeah.
That's the only thing you need
I'm
to
in
do.
Kortrijk. I want to see it. I want to see Bruges.
Yeah. If you're
Oh,
close,
yeah.
just
But I
go.
really like the people here.
That's at least something you have that we don't.
Uh,
Sorry.
Well, we really have to let you go.
Yeah.
It was
Can people
amazing.
I'd be happy to go.
reach you, follow you somewhere on Twitter or?
Yeah, I have social media. I don't use it. I'm a total business flack. I'm on LinkedIn.
All right.
If you did want to
Well-
follow me on Twitter in case I'm active again one day, it's at Nika. So it's just at Nika. And then my LinkedIn is Nika Nour. And then
You
I guess I have,
Nika
Yeah.
as a handle.
because I was representing internet platforms at the early age. Twitter
That's
Twitter was
insane.
one of my
shit.
companies.
That's insane.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you so
and then
much.
of course we have to follow Genvid.
Yeah, actually, it would be better if
Yeah.
you follow them. They tweet way more than I do.
All right, we'll share
That's
them.
it.
We'll get everybody directed to them.
Right.
And,
Okay.
We'll check out Silent Hill Ascension.
Yes,
October
I'll
31st.
get you a QR code
Awesome. Thank
Super.
you.
so you can tattoo it.
Yeah.
You